Welcome to our guide on surviving a zombie apocalypse. The world has changed, right? The life we knew, gone. But we adapt, we improvise, we overcome. Today we're going to cover the 8 essential skills you need to stay alive when the undead are at the door. Remember, it's not about brute strength, it's about using your head, your instincts, your resourcefulness. We're going to push you to your limits, test your mettle, and prepare you for anything. So let's get started and make sure you're ready for whatever this crazy world throws at you. Shelter. It's the cornerstone of survival in any dire situation, especially during a zombie apocalypse. The first rule of survival, zombie apocalypse or otherwise, is to find a safe place to stay. Without a secure shelter, your chances of making it through the night diminish significantly. You need somewhere secure, somewhere defensible. A place where you can rest without constantly looking over your shoulder. Think abandoned buildings, basements, anywhere you can fortify. These places often provide the best chance of staying hidden and safe from the undead. Look for signs of other survivors, but be cautious. While other people can be allies, they can also be threats. Assess the situation carefully before making contact. Trust is a luxury we can't always afford. In these times, it's better to be safe than sorry. Always be on guard and trust your instincts. Board up windows, reinforce doors. Use whatever materials you can find to make your shelter as impenetrable as possible. The undead are relentless, but they're not clever. They rely on brute force and numbers, not strategy. Make it hard for them. Barricade doors, block windows, and create obstacles that slow them down. Remember, a good shelter isn't just about keeping threats out. It's about giving you a base of operations, a place to rest, to plan, to recover. It's your safe haven in a chaotic world. Look for potential escape routes. Every good shelter needs a backup plan in case things go wrong. If things go south, you need a way out. An emergency exit can be the difference between life and death. Scavenge what you can, blankets, tools, anything that can improve your defenses or your comfort. Every little bit helps in making your shelter more livable. This is your sanctuary in a world gone mad. Make it count. Your shelter is not just a place to hide, it's a place to regroup, to gather strength, and to plan your next move. Treat it with the importance it deserves. Food, fuel for the fight. In a world where resources are dwindling, the ability to find and prepare your own food is not just a skill, but a necessity. Imagine a scenario where the usual sources of food are no longer available. What would you do? How would you survive? Forget supermarkets, they'll be picked clean. The shelves that once held an abundance of food will be empty, and the convenience of a quick grocery run will be a distant memory. You need to think beyond the aisles and start looking at the world around you as your new pantry. We're going back to nature. Learn your edible plants. The forest, the fields, and even your backyard can be a treasure trove of nutrition if you know what to look for. From dandelions to wild berries, nature offers a variety of edible plants that can sustain you. Berries, roots, anything that can provide sustenance. These natural foods are packed with vitamins and minerals that your body needs. Digging up roots like wild carrots or burdock can provide essential nutrients and energy. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it's survival. Trapping. Knowing how to set traps for small game can make a significant difference. Snares and traps can be crafted from simple materials, and with practice, you can catch animals like rabbits or squirrels to supplement your diet. Small game, rodents, anything to supplement your diet. Snares, traps, improvise. Remember, protein is crucial. Protein is essential for maintaining your strength and energy levels. Even rodents, which might seem unappetizing, can be a valuable source of protein in desperate times. Insects might not be gourmet, but they're packed with nutrients. Insects like crickets, grasshoppers, and mealworms are rich in protein and fats. They can be found in abundance and are relatively easy to catch. Swallow your pride, they could be the difference between life and death. In a survival situation, you can't afford to be picky. Eating insects might be a challenge for your palate, but it could provide the necessary nutrients to keep you alive. Always purify water before drinking. Water is just as important as food, if not more so. Drinking contaminated water can lead to severe illness. Use portable filters, boil water, or use purification tablets to ensure it's safe. Streams, rivers, even rainwater can carry diseases. Even seemingly clean water sources can harbor bacteria and parasites. Always take the time to purify any water you collect. We'll cover that more later. Stay adaptable. Adaptability is key in survival situations. The more skills you have, the better your chances of making it through tough times. Scavenge what you can from abandoned homes, but be wary of traps and other survivors. Abandoned buildings can be a source of useful items, but they can also be dangerous. Always proceed with caution. Food is scarce, every calorie counts. In a survival situation, you need to make the most of every bit of food you find. Ration your supplies carefully and avoid waste. Be smart, be resourceful, stay fed. Your ability to think creatively and use the resources available to you will be crucial. Stay vigilant, stay prepared, and most importantly, stay fed. Injuries happen. They are an inevitable part of life, especially in a world where danger lurks around every corner. Whether it's a minor scrape or a severe wound, knowing how to respond can make all the difference. A world overrun by the undead is no walk in the park. The environment itself can be treacherous, with debris, broken glass, and other hazards everywhere. Navigating through such a landscape requires not just caution, but also preparedness. Knowing basic first aid can be the difference between life and death. It's not just about having the right supplies, it's about knowing how to use them effectively. A well-stocked first aid kit is essential, but so is the knowledge to treat injuries properly. Learn how to treat wounds. Start by cleaning them thoroughly to prevent infection. Use clean water to rinse out dirt and debris, and then apply antiseptic to kill any remaining bacteria. Clean them thoroughly, prevent infection. This step is crucial because even a small cut can become a serious problem if it gets infected. Always have antiseptic wipes or solutions in your kit. Antibiotics, if you can find them, will be worth their weight in gold. They can treat infections that would otherwise be fatal. For broken bones, improvising splints with whatever materials you have on hand can stabilize the injury until you can get proper medical help. Use whatever you can find: branches, clothing, duct tape. The key is to immobilize the injured area to prevent further damage. Be resourceful and think on your feet. Learn the signs of infection: fever, redness, swelling. These symptoms can escalate quickly, so it's important to monitor any wounds closely. If you notice any of these signs, take action immediately. Act fast, or even a small cut can become a death sentence. In a world where medical help is scarce, your quick response can save lives. Don't hesitate to treat even minor injuries with the utmost care. Mental health is important too. The stress and trauma of living in a constant state of alert can take a toll on your mental well-being. It's essential to find ways to cope and support each other emotionally. The trauma of this new world, it takes a toll. The constant fear and uncertainty can lead to anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues. Recognize the signs and seek help when needed. Look out for each other, talk, support one another. Building a strong community can provide the emotional support needed to get through tough times. Share your feelings and listen to others. Remember, a healthy body means a strong mind, and that's what we need to survive this. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and mindfulness practices can help maintain both physical and mental health. Stay strong, stay vigilant, and take care of each other. Self-defense. When it comes to the undead, running is usually the best option. But sometimes, you have to fight. Forget guns. Ammo is scarce, and the noise attracts unwanted attention. We're talking close combat. Learn to use your environment. Improvised weapons are everywhere. Bricks, pipes, even a sturdy stick can be deadly. Aim for the head, it's the only way to be sure. One kill shot, that's what you're after. Practice makes perfect. Find a safe place to train. Get used to the movements. Hesitation gets you bitten. Remember, fighting is always a last resort. Avoid confrontation if you can, but be ready when you can't. Navigation. GPS is useless. Maps are your lifeline now. Learn to read them, understand them, study the stars. The old ways are the best ways. North Star, Southern Cross, they'll guide you. Pay attention to landmarks, mountains, rivers, distinctive buildings. They're your compass in this new world. Memorize routes. The more you know, the less you have to rely on potentially unreliable tools. Travel light but smart. A compass, a map, a survival guide. These are your new best friends. Remember, getting lost is easy. Staying found, that takes skill, awareness, and a whole lot of grit. Fire, life giver, protector. Without it, you're in trouble. Learn to make it from scratch. Friction methods, bow drill, hand drill. Practice makes perfect. Blisters mean you're getting close. Lighters are good, but finite. Use them sparingly. Once they're gone, they're gone. Tinder is key. Dry grass, bark, anything that catches a spark easily. Keep a supply handy. Fire keeps you warm, cooks your food, purifies water, and keeps the creatures of the night at bay. Respect its power. Don't let it get out of control. A wildfire is the last thing you need. Water. Essential for life. But in a world gone to hell, finding it clean is a challenge. Boiling is the most reliable method. Kills most bacteria and viruses. Find a metal container, boil for at least 1 minute. Water filters. If you can find one, guard it with your life. They're invaluable. Distillation. A bit more complex but effective. Evaporate water, collect the condensation, slow but safe. Rainwater harvesting, collected in clean containers. Still needs to be purified, but it's a start. Remember, never drink from stagnant water sources. Looks can be deceiving, purify everything. Teamwork, the key to survival. Alone, you're vulnerable. Together you stand a chance. Communication is crucial. Clear, concise, no room for misunderstandings. Lives depend on it. Assign roles, medic, scout, defender. Play to your strengths. Support each other's weaknesses. Trust your instincts. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Better safe than sorry. Celebrate the victories, mourn the losses. This new world is tough, but we face it together. Remember, humanity is our greatest strength. Hold on to it. Fight for it. It's what separates us from the monsters. So there you have it, the 8 essential skills for surviving a zombie apocalypse. Remember, this is just the beginning. Your survival depends on your willingness to learn, adapt, and never give up. The world out there is a dangerous place, but it's also full of opportunity. Opportunity to test yourself, to push your limits, to discover what you're truly capable of. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more survival tips and tricks.